un control muy bueno. No lo voy a mentir, es un muy buen control hasta este punto. Parece ser que no tienen la necesidad de gastar ultis cuando las tienen, simplemente están aprovechando las oportunidades. Y parece ser que no van a tener forma de parar a los chicos de SNK, pero para eso me lo pueden cargar en este momento. Por parte de los chicos de SNK, una serie respondida por esta trascendencia de Saxon, la cual está guardando una play por parte de atrás de Noroshen, la cual es totalmente esquivada, pero aún así él los persigue, trata de buscar las picks. Estamos en una igualdad de picks, en este momento es un 3 contra 3, los cuales pueden llegar a ser algo muy bueno, pero pues también puede sufrir demasiado SNK por el simple hecho de que el daño que tienen, creo yo, los chicos de Cosmos puede llegar a ser mayor. Aún así, SNK consigue hacer que retroceda el equipo de Cosmos, así que tenemos un pequeño respiro hasta este punto. Así que... ¡Uy! Es que estos chicos tienen una visión impresionante, una doble ya por parte de Noroshen. Va a tratar de buscar la triple en ese momento, dos, el cual se quedó una vida, ya no tiene rico. Va a tratar de buscar esa pick, un pelo en el cual lo termina salvando. Empate por la parte de abajo, termina con la vida de Diem, vengando a Nanto en este momento. Dos, el cual está tratando de correr de su destino en este momento. Y pues nada, escasos metros para capturar el punto. Trata de botar un poco más. Una roca que termina comiendo, termina cayendo sobre el cual trata de hacer un poco más de tiempo. Ni siquiera llega a tocar el payload. Dos, el cual igualmente no termina haciendo nada, no termina consiguiendo nada. Diem, el cual termina ulteando a casi todo el equipo, pero sin nada más que hacer, sin nadie que lo acompañe, terminan entregando el punto. Y nada, les sobran, les quedan, si es que los quieren usar, 3 minutos y 15 segundos a los chicos de Cosmos. Y pues no, yo les voy a decir mi observación así. Les voy a dar una observación clara y directa. Se ve peligroso para los chicos de SNK. Esto puede llegar a ser algo muy malo por su parte, sinceramente, por el simple hecho de que ya vimos en la anterior ronda como los chicos de Cosmos simplemente no los dejaron pues hacer nada hasta este punto. No dejaron ninguna oportunidad de capturar el punto. Así que pues veamos cómo se desarrollan en este momento. Tal vez aquí en Escort se les hace un poco más fácil. No es un punto el cual tienes que estar capturando sí o sí, sino que es un payload del cual puedes empujar. Y ese mismo payload te puede dar la ventaja algunas veces de la propia cobertura, o del propio espacio que te da, o del cómo estorba el otro equipo. No lo sé. Veamos si pueden tener un poco más de cuestiones. Y parece ser aquí que los chicos de SNK están optando un poco por la desesperación, sinceramente. Están jugando una composición la cual obviamente para un Sigma es un poco difícil de jugar. No es imposible, ojo, no es imposible, pero sabemos que están tratando de jugar el counter pick, entonces esto puede llegar a ser muy peligroso. No por nada es Counterwatch, no les voy a mentir. Así que veamos más bien si les funciona esta estrategia o simplemente Cosmos sabe reaccionar a eso. Aún así tienen un game y los chicos de SNK entonces se pueden fedear. Bueno, se puede cargar muy fácilmente las áreas, es que se comunican de una muy buena manera. Puede ser que están muy bien guardando la distancia los chicos de Cosmos, como se debería jugar este tipo de composiciones. Así que veamos qué es lo que sucede ahorita mismo. Aún así, es un equipo completo. Una serie suele ser muy buena en los términos de jugar solos, pero con un equipo completo llega a ser tanto muy buena, tanto muy mala en este momento. Aún así parece ser que va a ser todo lo contrario, parece ser que va a ser muy buena por el simple hecho de que todas las opciones que les dieron a estos chicos, y pues terminan con la habilidad de Empathy. Snow, el cual terminó matándolo, terminan consiguiendo el payload, y es lo que los estaba diciendo. Este Genji con estas bubbles es simplemente pues muy difícil de jugar, más cuando tienes una Mei que es muy molesta. Así que pues nada, obviamente aunque Empathy no quisiese cambiarse, está obligado a hacerlo si es que quiere buscar un poco más de oportunidad en este momento. Así que veremos cómo se desarrolla en este sentido. Ya no tiene bloquecitos sobre él con esta main, la cual puede llegar a ser entregada y subir en este momento. 12 el cual termina muriendo en manos de Sexo, que le quita mucho cuidado. 4 contra 5, 5 contra 4. No sé cómo ustedes lo quieran ver. Bien, el cual ya no tiene bloquecitos, puede llegar a ser muy peligroso para su supervivencia y la de su equipo en este momento. Está uno de vida, está a mitad de vida, está un cuarto de vida, un Sex, no es cierto, no me sé cuáles son los. Ahora sí, hay que tener mucho cuidado. Unos goleadores por ordenado, la cual llegan a hacer nada, pero así se cargan muy rápido. Y pues hay que recordar que siguen en el primer punto, así que el spawn sigue estando demasiado lejos para estos chicos. Así que veamos, este cambio de Hilari no sé qué tan bien esté, no les voy a mentir, me gustaba mucho la cuestión de Senyato, pero aún así pues encontrar unas áreas, pues que puedes forzar a las bubbles, entonces no sé, hay que tener mucho cuidado, aunque se nos por parte de Snow, el cual puede llegar a ser muy peligroso, puede llegar a entregarles el payload. Noroshen, el cual está haciendo la gran estrategia de meterse en una bubble y yo te cargo, es algo muy inteligente. Aún así terminan abandonando Empathy, el cual se queda totalmente encerrado con 4 personas, lo cual pues, obviamente ni la máscara aguanta eso. Y pues nada, terminan ya barriendo todo el equipo, el cual queda por parte de Cosmos. Y parece ser que SNK está teniendo ventanas de oportunidad en este momento, lo cual puede llegar a ser algo muy bueno. Ahora sí, este segundo punto es una jugabilidad totalmente distinta entre cierto punto, así que hay que tener mucho cuidado y vamos a empezar a cargar ultis. Aún así sabemos que tiene una ventaja DM al sentido de que está jugando áreas desde un principio. Eso hace que tenga este grab que va a tirar en 3. ¡Uy! Me adelanté. Hay que tener mucho cuidado. Tiene 3 segundos. Esto puede llegar a ser una Blade, la cual trata de cambiar con este grab de una muy buena manera y pues fácilmente con esta comunicación consiguen tener una triple que no les voy a mentir. Fue una muy buena estrategia, pero se podía conseguir ese mismo resultado pues solo con el grab. O sea, pudieron haber guardado esa Blade, lo cual no está mal, no está mal. A fin de cuentas les está dando todo el punto, lo cual es lo único que importa en esto. 3 minutos 35 segundos, lo cual tienen en este momento que da mucho jugador. Vemos un orbital por parte de estos chicos de... Uy, de Cosmo, lo cual puede llegar a ser muy bueno. Vemos un Fritz por parte de Sol, el cual puede llegar a ser muy importante. No termina congelando a Neo, pero aún así termina limpiando el punto del JJ, el cual está uno de vida. Y un grab muy bueno para que no se vaya. Terminamos haciendo Ajax. Terminamos consiguiendo una triple, una team kill en este momento. No, el cual se va con la vida de Empathy. Pero aún así, ese Ajax impresionante. Hasta me sorprendí. Hasta se me olvidó cómo hablar. Así de bueno estuvo. La verdad pensé que se iba a escapar, pero muy bien visto por parte de Empathy. Este grab en el momento en el cual lo tuvo muy bien tirado para tratar de negar todo eso. Así Saxon Hell puede estar mucho peligro. Este fue todo el plan. Estaba baiteando a estos chicos. Hay que tener mucho cuidado. Vamos a una bubble para tratar de hacer alguna que otra cosa. Vemos una muy buena insolación en este momento. Parece que las bubbles fueron forzadas. Esto puede llegar a ser muy peligroso. Entonces que termina muriendo a menos de Nato. Y parece ser que los chicos de SNK van a tener que vaquear rápidamente o sacar algún tipo de ventaja. En el cual estaba bien peligroso, parece salir muy rápidamente, muy bien. Así que veremos cómo se desarrolla. DM, el cual ya no tiene boom. Hay que tener mucho cuidado. Un muy buen vuelo por parte de los chicos de SNK. Tiene que matarlo, mátelo, dispárenle. Pero hagan los focus, por favor. Impresionante. Perfecto, un para tratar de hacer un poco más de ventaja, para tratar de hacer un poco más de daño. Ahora sí parece ser que ya no tienen tanque. Es un 4 contra 4. Un 4 contra 4 sin tanques. Parece esto. No sé, no se me ocurre nada. Una por parte de 2. ¡Ay, de Neurochef! Pero no se la cancela más bien. Esto es impresionante. Nada más que hacer. Van a tener que vaquearse rápidamente estos chicos. Vemos que Empathy trata de buscar jugar con este Dulcis, tocar, pero parece ser que lo va a lograr. Yo nunca lo veo de él, no lo voy a meter. Es un 1 contra 5, no va a poder sobrevivir tanto. Esa bull por parte de Diem para tratar de quitarle el heal a Empathy muy inteligentemente. Consiguen lo que querían y nada. Tercer punto en este momento. Ya tienen menos tiempo del que tienen ahorrado los chicos de Cosmos. Entonces esto puede llegar a ser algo muy peligroso. ¿Ok? Mucho cuidado. Vemos una diva por parte de Empathy. Parece ser que simplemente está tratando ya el honor aquí no está. Que a ver, aquí no criticamos a nadie por jugar el counter. Así está hecho el juego. Te dan la oportunidad para hacerlo. Así que no importa. Tal vez vemos aquí una ulti que se toma. Hay que tener mucho cuidado. Parece ser que vemos este beat, el cual ya no van a poder cancelar, lo cual es algo muy bueno para los chicos de SNK. Parece ser que esto les va a dar una gran ventaja. Ya tienen una pick, la cual es la de Nato. Así que veremos cómo se desarrolla todo esto, bros, y el cual termina sacando una Blade, la cual creo que simplemente fue para asustar. No consiguió la pick. No es cierto, consiguió la pick de Saxon. Este hombre es buenísimo en este punto. Vemos que tienen que aguantar los chicos de Cosmos en este sentido. Tienen que esperar a su equipo. Parece ser que la presión que están metiendo SNK es una muy buena. Vemos un orbital por parte de los chicos de Cosmos para tratar de salir desde fondo. Eso les puede dar una gran ventaja. Aún así, Soel por la parte de atrás trata de buscar un freeze, el cual puede llegar a ser algo muy bueno. Efectivamente termina congelando a nado. Parece ser que el payload no se está deteniendo. Empathy, el cual ignora todo lo que está pasando atrás y trata de jugar en el payload. Trata de hacer un poco más de tiempo. Hay que tener muchísimo cuidado. Hay que tener muy atentos. Una insolación por parte de esta Inari, que es Saxon Hell. Termina ni siquiera disparándola. Parece ser que se la comió de alguien y ni siquiera tienen una habilidad para comérsela. Aún así, una muy buena diva boom por parte de Empathy, el cual llega a ser muy buena simplemente para hacer un poco más de tiempo. Tratan de sobrevivir un poco más. Él está solo, ya no puede hacer nada. Tiene que quedar. Por favor, déjenle la bebé ahí. ¡No! Termina matando a la diva en este momento. No pueden hacer mucho más. Saxon Hell, el cual trató de tocar en ese último momento. Nato, el cual tenía el mismo plan, no lo consigue. Saxon Hell están cayendo de uno en uno. Van de uno en uno, nada más que hacer. Consiguen el tercer punto los chicos de SNK. Pero, mucho cuidado. Tienen menos tiempo. Ok, esto puede llegar a ser muy peligroso por el simple hecho de que la estrategia que ha tenido ahorita mismo SNK a la hora del ataque, pues ha sido jugar al counter totalmente. Así que esto puede llegar a ser muy peligroso. El counter te beneficia mucho en el sentido de peleas largas, en el sentido de que no puedes cambiarte rápidamente, pero de manera defensiva, pero cuando no te funciona al principio, pierdes mucho tiempo y con 1 minuto y medio esto puede llegar a ser muy peligroso y que una fight sea lo último, que simplemente haya una fight por todo lo que hayas tardado. Así que hay que tener muchísimo cuidado. Aún así, Cosmos puede regalar un poco más de espacio al tener más tiempo, pero pues eso ya es cuestión de cómo se juegue en este pequeño overtime. Hay que recordar que en el overtime muchas veces muchas cosas cambian, tanto la mentalidad, tanto la forma en la cual juegan los jugadores. Entonces puede que tengan un mayor nivel o puede ser que no. Ahora sí, les quiero recordar, muy importante, que Cosmos tiene el match point. Van en un 2-0 en el marcador global, lo cual... obviamente toda la presión los tienen los chicos de SNK. Tienen que darlo todo para poder seguir en este match, para poder tener un poco más de oportunidad y pues para tratar de clasificar en la propia tabla si es que no lo están aún. Así que veremos cómo funciona esto. Hay que tener mucho cuidado, hay que estar muy atentos. Siempre que está tratando de meter un poco más de presión ahí mismo, trata de hacer algo, trata de buscar alguna oportunidad de molestar y de buscar ahí en esa visión que tenemos en este momento. Vemos que obviamente Diem está jugando con esta Sara, creo que se la cambió, si no estoy mal, no, la verdad, me lo acabo de inventar. Y pues parece que están ganando demasiado espacio y esto es lo que les decía. Obviamente el jugar un counter, que te jueguen un counter cuando estás en ataque, es algo muy difícil por el simple hecho de que ahora Empathy está condicionado a jugar esto sí o sí, aunque no quiera. Aún así parece ser que los chicos de... uy, los chicos de Cosmos están controlando esto de una manera impresionante. Una Nike la cual cae como anillo al dedo de una manera muy buena. Diem, el cual ya usa todos sus recursos para tratar de sobrevivir, no consigue nada. 40 segundos para volver a tocar, eso es algo muy importante y algo de lo cual hay que estar muy atentos. Y veremos si consiguen algo más en estos 50 segundos. 50 segundos, 30 segundos. Así que... no sé, no vemos ningún cambio hasta donde yo veo. Vemos lo mismo que hemos estado viendo desde el anterior push. Así que esto puede llegar a ser algo muy bueno o algo muy malo. No creo que lleguen a conseguir ultis a menos que se alargue esto mucho en el overtime. Así que vemos si...
Welcome back, everybody. We are here with the Andromeda ES Latin American Playoffs for season number 2. Chef Bill here bringing you the action. But before we get into our game, we've got a hat trick. A couple of them tonight. The first one's going to be from Tizzy from Factor X down in Peru. You get 3 wins. You get to choose the choice track of your own, and we'll play that right now.
Para todo el Perú, la princesita inolvidable Kelly.
Ay, mi gatito, miau, miau. 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 Se comió la carne, se comió el pescado, se comió todito, nada me ha dejado.
right, everybody. That was Tizzy's hat trick. Here is a special celebration. When you get 3 wins in a row here in OW Esports here for South America, it's kind of a special little way to show some of the personality of the players behind the gamer tag. But now, our final game of the upper semifinals here for the evening. It is Factor X versus Conejitas. It is Peru versus Mexico once again. Factor X coming in, man, just like Dipididu, did not drop that many games throughout the regular season here for the OW Andromeda season number 2. And just like we saw from Cosmos, Conejitas actually took a map off of their dominant team in Dipididu during the regular season. So, you know what? I hope for a competitive match here. I hope it's a little bit more competitive than our last match, but this is a team from Peru that really showed themselves on the rise. They have been through the ringer. They have played together in the America Sur. So, I mean, they've been playing together for a couple years now. Redder has really brought this team together and has really kind of stoked a renaissance in Peru for Overwatch. After their great showing that we saw back in the Overwatch World Cup in 2023 and their qualifiers, there's a lot of eyes raised there, and really started to see kind of the rise of South America once again from contenders days. So we are definitely looking forward to seeing what these two teams bring to the table today. It's going to be an uphill climb, though, for the Conejitas. So we will see if they're able to get it done. But I'm kind of leaning towards Factor X just because of my previous history, knowing what they can do, how they like to run. You know, and if we're looking at Volition right now, one of their best players, TZ, that we just saw highlighted in their hat trick video, they are also somebody to be looking forward to. And then Rodrigo. Rodrigo is one of the returning players from the Overwatch World Cup 2023 qualifiers. So there is experience there. And the experience has now bled into this next generation of South American talent, especially for Peru. I love what I'm seeing here from them, and the growth is phenomenal. They had a wonderful run during the summer, actually making it to a final against Brazil, and actually took Brazil to the brink. So if you remember and cast your minds back to that, that was where I really started seeing a different break in the talent in South American as far as national teams. So we will see if this carries over here into these playoffs. Reminder that the winner goes into the upper bracket final tomorrow to join Dipididu. And then we've got lower bracket quarterfinals starting tomorrow. And that'll be here on Andromeda ES Twitch channel. We will see that how it rocks through. So I'm anticipating that'll be Dipididu versus Factor X tomorrow. And the winner of that, of course, will be waiting for the winner to come through the lower brackets to the grand final on Sunday. Looking at the team Conejitas, not anybody that I really stands out to me. Dark Matter is somebody that I've kind of seen around the leagues. So we will see how this goes. But we are in. We are ready to go. We're going to start out in the same place that we did for our previous match. It's going to be Runasapi. As we wait for the teams to load in, Bert will be back in here. Bert has a very good Freya. We'll see if that's going to be on display here. LCS, of course, is now in America, going to college. I believe they are playing for Shenandoah University. Somebody fact check me out there if that is correct. So now we will see how this is going to go down, because the Conejitas are definitely going to be on the back foot. And if they can take their kind of confidence in having taken a map off of Dipididu during the regular season, this might hold them in good stead. Factor X did lose a few more maps than what we saw from Dipididu during the regular season here in season number 2. But I think that there is a chance for them to really show, what they have on their table here. So this is going to be very interesting to me to see how the Conejitas kind of stand up to the big competition. We'll see if, this second Mexican team is maybe learning from the bigger group. And we'll see if that's actually going to go down that way. So we are waiting for one more player from Factor X to get loaded in here. But as we take a look down here, Hades solo Ws, Zapata, Yardiel Ponce, and Destruct will be your starting 5 for the Conejitas from Mexico. For Peru, we got Volition Tizzy, LCS, who is a support genius. Absolutely love their play. And the reason why I say this is they can be bloodthirsty or they can be in healbot. And there's in-betweens there, but really when the focus is down and when things have to get done, LCS always seems to have a knack for being able to turn fights around that they have no business winning. We've seen it time and time again through the Masters division in South America, during the international competitions during this past summer. So this is going to be where we see, really where does Factor X stack up right now? Because, Mexico's had a very good history of having Overwatch teams. Brazil, of course, also has a very good Overwatch team. And then everybody else you kind of put the tier break there. And I think now Peru and Chile have kind of started working their way up into some of the higher realms of the talent that's in South America. I know that Hunter Tane, thank you by the way for the rate of 15 coming in here. Hunter Tane and Dexatron have been really focused on bringing a lot of the Masters play coming out from South America, and it's a beautiful way to showcase the talent that is in both Central and Southern South America. So this is good stuff, and I think that we just need to keep the momentum here. Thank you once again to Grupo Senju for putting all this on the production here for us. This is fantastic. This is what the scene needs to get more eyes on South America. Okay, so one of the players from Factor X is using the facilities right now. Yeah, so we are waiting for them to connect, literally, to get in here and get playing. So sometime nature's calls, and that's what's happening here. So, yeah. Of course it's the Brazilian that's in the bathroom. Of course it's the Brazilian that's in the bathroom. Goodness gracious. Didn't you think about this before time? I'm kidding. I kid. But, yeah. Sometimes nature calls, folks. Sometimes you just gotta go. And, well, they will be lining up here hopefully very soon. But as I'm looking at, like, the ratings, the Face-It ratings, there's some areas where the Conejitos really do match up. And then in other places, it might be a bloodbath. So we will see how this goes down. Looks like some other people have left the lobby now, maybe going to go warm up a little bit more. But we will see. We've got about 5 minutes for them to connect. But looking at how they have done during the regular season, like I said, the only loss that Conejitos had was the Dipididu. Oh boy. So we have the tardy person, but now we're missing Bert. I hope Bert didn't go to use the bathroom too, because we're gonna have words if that is the case. But I think that Factor X, at least as far as one DPS and one superstar support, Tizzy obviously got the hat trick for themselves for winning 3 games in a row. There goes Bert right there. We're getting into game number 2, upper bracket semifinals. Winner goes on to face Dipididu in the upper bracket finals. The loser will be going down into the lower bracket quarterfinals that start tomorrow. And it looks like the loser of this game will be playing SNK Red tomorrow in the lower bracket finals. Cosmos, your loser from the previous match, will be going up against United Laggers in their semifinal. Or lower bracket quarterfinal, sorry. So, Rudasapi, once again, we're looking at targeting. We're looking at angles. We're looking at how aggressive do you want to be when it goes on. So, chat is getting spicy. So, thank you, Render. I know where Factor X is from. You guys have the cutest mascot. So, gates are open. Teams are coming out. Looks like it's going to be Hazard versus Tizzy here on the Zarya. So this is the second time today that we have seen the Russian tank come out. So it's going to be controlled aggression versus this little brawly dive that'll come in. Once again, we're seeing another Reaper as well. And there goes your Genji. Tizzy's going to have a field day against that and finds Hades as well. So the cleanup's already coming through. Good kill there from Solo W's. But it's a little bit too late. You control the bot. It's firmly in Factor X's favor. So we're kind of changing things up here. Yardiel is going over to a Zarya of their own. They're also going to change the eye level here. Bert on the Cassidy really did feature that during the World Cup as well, if I remember correctly. So we're going to test the Peacekeeper here and see if we can get it done. Going to have to be very careful of your right click here into the Zarya as it'll charge her constantly. Volition finds Hades in the back. That's a good start for them moving it forward. And Tizzy is just glowing right now and just deciding, you know what? We're done. We're good. That's going to be first checkpoint taken. And here we go. We saw this earlier. This is something that teams have really been showcasing here, especially in South America. The willingness to be aggressive and take space early. Deadeye and Tidal Wave ready to go here for the members of Factor X. Graviton Surge not too far behind. Deadeye gets solo W's. That's good news for them. Oh, what a perfectly timed Tidal Wave. Keeping Tizzy up and keeping that charge going as well. Love it. LCS playing the brig here is also providing so much cover for when you see these divers come in. Kitsune Rush is going to have to come out here from Destruct at least to get Yardiel up to a grab. So much to play with here. Oh my god, Volition just said nope. No on the barrage. See you later. And now this should be a good push here from them. They don't have to worry about that barrage worrying about them. Bert has found the range with the Peacekeeper. And that is as clean as you could possibly see. Grab into spawn. LCS is having fun there. Yeah, they're going to go ahead and go with the rally right there, and that is exactly what they needed. You find Volition, but you get the Sojourn out of the case. LCS is just going to swing for the fences as you go. Tizzy glowing still. Tizzy might actually go down here. Bert does go down. They might have gotten a little bit heavy-handed with the ultimates there. Probably should have waited for the members of Conejitas to come out of spawn before you launch that grab. But you'll have another Deadeye ready to go. But you did get the grab out of Yardiel. So the fair is starting to pay some dividends. As long as they can keep Bert contained. I say that. Bye-bye Yardiel. Overclock out from solo W's. Yep, was basically trying to buy some space, and that did not get anything done. The grenade gets it done. Niall coming up on Tidal Wave right now. He's going to be able to keep somebody alive. Probably going to go on to Tizzy let them stand there and just take a beating. The right clicks are too good here from Yardiel, actually catching up to Tizzy here. That's a good amount of work there from LCS once again. Not afraid to be a bloody massacrist with the Brigitte. Watch for Nile to get this out when necessary. And now you've lost your tank, and now you've lost everything, and you've lost the map. And that's just the aggressive nature of Factor X. They knew that they had Tidal Wave ready to go, so they pushed aggressively into it. Burt really did have a standout game here on the Cassidy. Good stuff coming in from the Cowboy. Yeah, the tracking is just too good. The tracking is just too good. So 1-0 lead there on match point now. Looking for a showdown with the North LATAM region regular season champions in Dipididu. We'll take a look now and see. We're going to have our second hat trick of the day. It's going to be Nexi from SNK Red. They will be showing their track with their highlights from the previous week. So, William, go ahead and play the video for Nexi.
Ciendo los ojos antes de que la luz se apague. La vida no es un juego porque no hay Dios que la gane. Yo solo sé hacer música y te la regalo, ¿ves? Quiero ser algo por aquí antes de ser un cadáver. Mi madre es una diosa, ¿en quién coño voy a creer? Desaparecen hoy los que prometieron ayer. No creo nadie ya, no sueltan la verdad. No defendieron como man, lloran como mujer. Estoy dejándome las neuronas en un papel. Si por las drogas tengo menos memoria que un pen. Mi futuro se suicida si no cojo el tren. Antes de criticar, ¿por qué no lo haces tú, my friend? Yo vivo solo, me gano la vida sin papás. No hay ni una mentira, pero ellos hablan de más. Con lo bonito que es el cielo, ellos son Satanás. Quieren soplar mi llama para dejarme sin gas. Por muchos tsunamis que vengan no me pararán. A mí nadie me ayudó para conseguir mi pan. Están esperando a que caiga con la del champán. Pero que no lo conseguirán. El que menos hace siempre será el que más habla.
Welcome back, everybody. All right, welcome back, everybody. Looks like Niall got kicked out of the server here, and we are going to be looking for them to come back. LCS says rage quit. I agree. Yeah, Tizzy was formed in the darkness, by the way. He was molded by it. You can see the anger coming out in the play. It looks like a PC crash happened there, but we are in Shambali. So, I mean, defenders have a really strong position here in point A. But as you work your way through the monastery, you look to see where can you create angles? Where can you create kill zones? Where can you make the flank not happen? And that's what a defender's got to worry about. You know, there's so many paths of ingress onto the point and ways to circumvent defenses on this if you have the right clan out there. So we'll see what they're able to bring here as far as the defense. I don't hate the Reaper once again. You just got to watch your angles because Burt is on one today and he's flashing the Widowmaker right now. So we will see if that's going to be something that works out for them. I didn't hate what I saw from the Conejitas. I just think that they played a little passively there in Runasapi. I think that they were getting really bullied by what Factor X was bringing onto him, the speed within which Factor X were taking fights and taking space. I don't think they were ready for that. And so I think that's something they have to be very cognizant of when we move into Runasapi here. So, yeah. Neil's PC crashed. We were waiting for them to get back into the lobby here. It is now 10:50 here in the center of America. It is about 10 minutes to midnight on the East Coast, and I believe it is 1:50 a.m. in Rio. And William's putting in a long night tonight. It seems that we have got our wayward player back in, and they will be joining the game here forthwith. So we see what the two teams have as far as their defense and their offense here. Bert's going to bring out the signature Freya, possibly. I don't hate the Widowmaker here, at least what you see as far as the defense. And there's nothing to gobble up anything. So they know, they probably heard the right-click sound. And so they're going to be looking for an early pick. It's all about positioning in that first pick here. Volition under duress right now. It's going to have to be very careful. And there's the first pick there, Volition. Getting the kill. And now you've got the teleport out just to get some healing going on. Now we're going to see the collapse come through. They're going to bully Yardiel here. The bubbles are gone. And there goes the light. Volition, good cleanup, good follow-up through, coming through. And this has got to be a tactical retreat here for the members of Conejitas. First, you lose Zapata. And so that gives Volition pretty much free reign to move along. And then you get Yardiel clapped in by LCS on the brig. And that is just too much pressure in the forefront there for them to really be able to deal with anything. Good pick there, though, from both the DPS. That is great. 3 picks, and they're going to stop the payload right here. Signs of life have come through. All right, 1.5 minutes down, and we've got signs of life. There is a heartbeat here for the little rabbits. And we will see what comes out here. Bert swapping back over to the Cassidy. So we're going to have a mirror match there. Solo W's getting Volition early. You take that. You take that, and well, LCS is going to be in a world of hurt here. Very economical fight there for them as well. Dueling tidal waves here for both teams. And Tizzy's has won the race to Grav. So you'll think that that's where you're going to go. Good positioning here. Looking for the kill on to it, and Solo W says, you can teleport in all you want. I got your number, Volition. Big grab. Got the on the back of it, but the rally is popped, and now you've got the Zapata coming out with that Death Blossom. Does not find anything on it, and Bert picks up 3. Make that 4. Man, that grab was everything that Factor X needed. I don't know if there's going to be time for a recontest. I think you just take your time. Oh my goodness, Zapata gets absolutely lit up. The Flail Bash is gone and good. That's enough of that Tracer experiment, says Zapata. And now you're looking at Grav here for Yardiel, but nothing really to play on the back of it. I guess you can go in with the Deadeye into the middle of it, you don't have the tidal wave to keep everybody up. Burt tried to Deadeye through that and did not get it done. Gong and Death once again, 2:45 on the clock. So you use the grab and nothing to counter it. You'll take that. And you get the Deadeye out from Burt. That is an absolute win for them. It's going to be race to tidal wave here. Looks like Niall's going to win that. They have it online. Hades needs to get it up in a hurry to save whoever they're going to save and get it done fast. Oh, goodness. That's good stuff. Solos does get Volition on the back end. Zapata is going to answer back on to Burt. So now, what can you get done, Zapata? The healing's there. They just need to find the corner. Rallies out early. Zapata's looking for more. Destruct goes down from just some absolute beatdown from LCS once again. And now you have tidal wave advantage here for Niall. Going up a Kitsune Rush. You may be able to kind of parlay this into Zapata getting their Death Blossom up. They have it. Good Blossom in the back, and that gets 3. And they win out on that. Oh, my word. Destruct, if they end up winning this and stopping the payload, that moment right there is exactly why they will win it, because that was perfectly placed. Zapata got the full effect of it and was able to just lay into the members of Factor X. And they got their work done. They were sitting at about 16% off of that Death Blossom, and now they have it. Good positioning once again from the members of Conejitas. Grab out. And you get Zapata, but you get all the cleanup on the back of that. Good God, Hades. Absolutely smacking them inside of that grab. 17 seconds and counting. Volition coming out with the Tracer, trying to get a last-second touch. You're looking to get LCS in this rally up if they can touch. You've got, you've got Volition on the back here. They get the touch in overtime. Tizzy's gone, so no bubbles. And now you've got the tidal wave out. That is absolutely fantastic. Clinical cleanup there from the members of Conejitas. And 87.74 meters is all that Factor X is able to gain here in Shambali Monastery. So, there's a definite chance here for the members of Conejitas to take us to a deciding map 3. So far, their map pick is really paying massive dividends. Buenas noches, Tizzy, ¿qué tal? Render, you can send me cat pictures too. Or pictures of guinea pigs. I will accept both. So this will all come down to what kind of a defense Factor X puts up here. We saw Zapata get the better of Volition, and that really spelt kind of a doom here for the members of Factor X, and that's where they kind of lost their hold. And then the ultimates started coming online after some tit for tat. Get a little bit of charge. Get a little bit of work. Bert's out on the Ash. That's going to be something to deal with for the members of Conejitas. And crashed again. And we got a crash again here from Niall. Hopefully this will be a quick. LCS once again saying the Niall rage quit. I believe it. That man's internet and PC is flimsier than a wet paper towel. Poor Niall. First it was the bathroom, now it's the PC giving him balloon screen of death, I swear. And the timer runs. We'll take a look here at what has been going on here in game number 2. Well, it's not pulling up game number 2 for me because we are in it right now. So we will see. Yeah, I can't switch it over to game number 2. I would love to see where we're at as far as damage. Because really, the little rabbits absolutely was pouring on the damage in there. His PC is back up. He's back in the game. That's going to be a walk back from spawn. This is a 5v4 situation right now. This should be the chance for the members of Conejitas to get a little bit of room. Zapata frontlining it very nicely. Bubble management is going to be very important for Tizzy here. Woo! Bert got out of there with a singed cowboy hat. And we trade the shadow steps in from both the Reapers. And just too much forward pressure there from Tizzy. This should spell the beginning of the end of the fight unless they can find some kind of pick in the back. Oh, man. Absolute damage coming through from Bert and Tizzy. And that'll settle that fight. LCS says I can do that too. You're going to have 3 ultimates into this this upcoming fight. And despite the fact that Niall DC'd again, 80% towards their tidal wave, Hades is going to have the opportunity to let theirs go first and see what they got. But they've got Bob out on the line. Well, there goes Bob. See you later. Zapata has just not been able to step and make it through. Good grab there and gets the work done on the back of it. And you get the tidal wave out from Hades, and that is an absolute L there in the support department. That'll be Yardiel going down as well. So Grav fight coming up. I think you wait for Zapata to get Death Blossom and see what you can achieve through it. Looking for something come through here. There's a Kitsune rush out there. Oh my goodness. Volition gets absolutely blown up. What a perfect Kitsune rush that came through there. And because you lose Volition there, perhaps you can hold on to this Grav because you've got the Kitsune rush out there. Solos. Well, it looks like they cast Yeah, they hit Q there. So Deadeye's coming out as well. So that's 2 ultimates into this fight. You don't have to worry about the Death Blossom from Volition because he got bubbled and just lit up. Rally will be up next here. I think you hold it for that grav and see what you get done on the back of it. There goes that. That'll be the fight 1. Bert has been getting it done with the Viper. The Zapata has had enough of Bert's nonsense. Volition getting very bold here. And here comes aforementioned Rally. And they're getting it done on the back of Nile, finding the range once again. You do lose Volition, though. But I think with the way that Bert and Nile are kind of aiming right now, I don't think it really matters. Grav is going to have to come out here. Grav Blossom is your best bet, but yeah, good God, Bert is so damn good. They're going to have Bob into the fight here. They do get the touch. They do get the kill. The Grav doesn't really find much. But they find the kills, and they find the win. Oh, my word. Almost had another tidal wave ready to go as well. This is painful to watch. Tizzy will have Grav when we get reconnected with Nile. Oh my goodness. Just when you think you have it again. And well, that'll be 2.5 minutes put back onto the clock. Remember, they barely got it around the first bend. Or the second bend, I'm sorry. Good aggressive push here. They know they've got Grav in hand. But you're missing out on a huge chunk of healing right now. Going to get Zapata to give a little bit of love. And there goes Tizzy down. So your major win condition is gone. But they get it done on the back of a really well-placed Bob. And only one ultimate. So now they're going to have to, play... kind of defensively here, even more so than normal. Wait for LCS to get that rally back up. They're going to be facing this Graviton Surge, though. The bubbles are going to have to be so perfect here. Volition gone. Big Grav comes in. There's the rally coming out. Just tried to swing for the fences. Solo W's is gone. And that's going to do it here. I do believe. Tizzy's going to get a last-second touch, but Yardiel gets him taken care of. And that will be map number 2, Conejitas. Win. And we will be going to map number 3. Solo W's really did match up with Bert nicely there. Got so much work done with the Peacekeeper. And they were very economic. Even, throughout all the pressure that Factor X was putting them under. They really did weather a lot of storms by being very patient. They were a little bit more aggressive than we saw in Runasapi as well. So kudos to them taking a map off of their counterpart champions from their division, the South region of LATAM. I think some of it has to do with Niall getting DC'd so much, but man, we will wait and see to see how this is going to turn out. I thought the way that they had turned that previous fight before the grab, LCS may have just bitten off a little bit more than he could chew, and got stung and burned for their moxie. So it looks like we're going to control next, and Antarctica, Ilios, Lijiang Tower, and Samoa are the playoff pool for the control maps. It looks like they're trying to make a decision right now. They got about 10 seconds left before we find out what the map is going to be. But inconvenient time for them to lose their main support in Niall. And I am wondering if they're going to get a substitute in at this point. Because that's where I would be going right now. I'd be going to the bench, considering the shakiness of Niall's PC right now. But let's give credit where credit is due. Conejitas really did go into this with a more aggressive mindset. So kudos to them on that. Looks like Factor X is looking for a little bit of time to get Niall back in here. Maybe a full restart of the PC will cure all the ails of the gamer's PC. Hi, everybody out there in chat. Hope you're enjoying tonight's action. Hopefully, Niall does get back in here. But we'll see if they do, in fact, bring up a substitute in the interim. Just a reminder, this is a $500 tournament put on by OW Andromeda from Spain. Grupo Senju is providing the production and the TO. Williams operating the ones and twos behind us. And I am Chef Billy. I hope everybody's having a great night out there. Just about 10 seconds before we can get into the game now. Looks like we have got it. And it looks like we are heading to Ilios. Surely they're not going to play this 4v5. I don't see I do not see any changes here I don't see anybody in the lobby. They can come in as well. Well, there's Niall. So we did get the second support in here. So we'll start out on well. And hopefully their PC will hold up. I think this is my favorite control map of all the control maps. Just for the scenery alone. I'm also a fan of environmental kills. I think they add a special dimension to the game. I've always loved it, so that's just me. So a reminder, everybody, the winner of this will be going on to the upper bracket finals to face Dipididu. Loser will be facing SNK Red in the lower bracket quarterfinals tomorrow. So it's going to be Hazard v. Hazard. But you've got a different look here. You got Zapata out onto the Pharah. Bert is locked in. I don't necessarily know if that's a good choice or not. Space is going to be at a premium here. Going to look for Tizzy. They've got the skies. And they've got first control here. That's a good first pick there. Zapata finding first blood. And Tizzy's going to get aggressive here. Zapata with the second kill. Bert has not been able to find the winged attack hero here. And that is going to be Tizzy going down. That's going to be lots of free gain percentage here. They're going to look for people in the back to get people down. Bert does find the Wu Yang, but loses his life. The trades were good there. Swap there from LCS over to the Lucio. They're going to be looking for a little bit more speed to help Tizzy engage. Deadeye online for Bert. Good pathing coming from the members of Factor X on the side. They're trying to pull the Psy out there. And there you go. Bert takes down Destruct. But there's the answer back, but I say that. Volition off the Genji onto the Tracer and gets Yardiel gone. So at 58%, that's about as much as they get here. Let's see if there's going to be any changes up here for the members of Conejitas. You're going to have a 4-pack of ultimates coming into this fight. But you got to be really mindful of where LCS is. Good pick there on the Nile, but of course, you know, you're sitting duck up there in the air. LCS has decided to take matters in his own hands, takes down the opposite Wuyang. This should be a tactical retreat here. Zapata swapping now. Picks and counter picks coming through. This is going to give Bert and Nile and LCS a little bit of room for pause here. As the mobility of the Genji is going to be so good. There goes the high noon out. Solo W's gets it done. But what a pulse bomb from Volition. Holy cow. Absolute magic there from Volition. Cost you 3 ults. But now, you know, you're crossing the 70% mark. Yardiel's going to have to let loose with this downpour and see what you can get done on the back of it. Deadeye almost online again for Bert. And now you've got 2 relatively low damage engagers looking for value. If you hit with the with anything, yeah, that's it. That should be it for this map. Sound barrier just kind of sealed the deal here for LCS. And, I mean, you'll have touches. Destruct does get up there in front. The spike guard gets done. There's the downpour finally, but there's nobody there to clean up on it. So after a really good start here on Well, the guessing game of counter swapping comes through, and Factor X finds pay dirt with it. Volition built that pulse bomb in the course of a fight and a half. The downpour from Tizzy was too good and caught a stray on the outside of its effects. So, I mean, if you're looking for, where to change up, I think you got to press Q a little bit sooner from Yardiel. I like this swap here coming in from Yardiel. You're going to have a little bit more viability, a little bit more staying power. Oh my goodness. Bert is absolutely on fire tonight. These jagged walls have been nothing but short of phenomenal coming in from Tizzy as well. First capture to your South LATAM region champions of Season 2. Looking to take this 2-1. Good pick there from Zapata, but they get their answer in blood. But now here we go. The turn is coming back around. Yardiel's charged. Is just looking to light up anybody that they can find. You lose your big healer there. This has got to be a retreat here. At least Yardiel gets out with the charge. Good jagged wall once again to prevent the aggression coming in. And Tizzy picks up 2 in this fight. Bert will be up first with the ultimates. Deadeye in the back pocket. I would anticipate Niall putting that on him. Well, put it on Tizzy. Give him a little more staying power. This fight is done and dusted. Give him a gold star for the jagged ball right there. And touch the spawn doors. Downpour Deadeye is going to be something very difficult to get in the back of it. Didn't find anything on the back of that, but now the downpour comes out from Tizzy. And, well, didn't find much on that, but Bert did find something with a grenade. Little bit worse for wear. Bert on 1 health gets healed up in the jagged wall. Oh, no. Takes down solo W's. Will there be a touch? I don't think so. There is. They do proc up overtime. But that's going to do it. 2-0 here in Ilios. Man. That was pretty impressive coming from Tizzy and company. Bert was on one today. Just had all the angles, had the tracking down. Well, I say that as he missed 3 shots there, but hey, it happens. Shoots better than I do. Man, that was a really good match. I'm glad that this one was a lot more competitive. I still think, honestly, that even with the Nile DCs, I still think that Conejitas would probably have won Shambhala, even if it was a straight up 5v5. They were playing that just about as well as you could against a vastly more experienced team. So good on Conejitas. That was actually a really good showing from them. Kind of got diffed out there in Ilios, but still. fantastic stuff from them. So we have our lineup now set for tomorrow. It is going to be starting off, I believe it will be Conejitas versus SNK Red in your first match of the lower bracket quarterfinals, and then it will be Cosmos going up against United Laggers. So we'll get to see the other two teams finally enter the fray here on tournament day number 2 for season 2 of the Overwatch Andromeda season. So, man, tomorrow's going to be a good day for Overwatch. We will have more information about who will be playing at what times on Grupo Senju's Twitter. And that will be starting at some time tomorrow. So this is going to be fantastic for everybody involved. But for myself and William and all the teams tonight, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you again tomorrow for lower bracket quarterfinals. Love you guys. Have a good night. Cutest mascot. So, gates are open. Teams are coming out. Looks like it's going to be Hazard versus this little brawly dive that'll come in. Once again, we're seeing another Reaper as well. The Peacekeeper here. And see if we can get it done. Gonna have to be very careful. The teams have really been showcasing here, especially in South America, the willingness to be aggressive and take space early from them. They don't have to worry about that barrage worrying about them. Bert has found the range with the piece glowing still. Tizzy might actually go down here. Bert does go down. They might have gotten a little bit heavy-handed. Overclock out from solo W's. Yep, was basically trying to buy some space, and that did not get anything done. And now you've lost your tank, and now you've lost everything, and you've lost the map. The nature of Factor X. They knew that they had Tidal Wave ready to go, so they pushed aggressively into it. Bert really did have. They probably heard the right-click sound, and so they're going to be looking for an early pick. Goes the light. Volition, good cleanup, good follow-up coming through. And this has got to be a tactical retreat here for the members of Conejitas. Good pick there, though, from both the DPS. That is great. 3 picks. They're going to stop the payload right here. Signs of life. You take that. You take that, and, well, LCS is going to be in a world of hurt here. Big grab. Got the on the back of it, but the rally is popped, and now you've got everybody up. Bert tried to oh goodness, that's good stuff. Solos does get Volition on the back end. Zapata into Zapata getting their death blossom up. They have it. Good positioning once again from the members of Conejitas. Grab out. And no bubbles. And now you've got the tidal wave out. That is absolutely fantastic. Clinical cleanup there from the members of Conejitas. And we saw Zapata get the better of Volition. And that really spelt and crashed again. And we got a crash again here from Niall. Lining it very nicely. Bubble management is going to be very important for Tizzy here. From Bert and Tizzy. And that'll settle that fight. LCS says I can do that too. You're going to have 3 ultimates. Zapata has just not been able to step and make it through. Good grab there. And gets the work done on the back of it. Absolutely blown up. What a perfect consider rush that came through there. Aforementioned rally, and they're getting it done on the back of Niall, finding the range once again. The grab. Doesn't really find much. But they find the kills. Almost had another tidal wave ready to go as well. And well, that'll be 2.5 minutes put back onto the clock. Remember, they barely got it around the first bend. So your major win condition is gone. But they get it done on the back of a really well-placed Bob. I do believe Tizzy's going to get a last-second touch, but Yardiel gets him taken care of, and that will be map number 2. Map number 3. Solo W really did match up with Burt nicely there. Got so much work done with the Peacekeeper. So a reminder, everybody, the winner of this will be going on to the upper bracket finals to face Dipididu. Got first control here. That's a good first pick there. Zapata finding first blood. And Tizzy going down. That's going to be lots of free game percentage here. They're going to look for people in the back to get people down. Burt does factor X on the side. They're trying to pull the Psy out there. And there you go. Burt takes down Destruct. But there's the answer back. But good pick there on the Nile. But of course, you know, you're high noon out. Solo W's gets it done. But what a pulse bomb from Volition. Holy cow. Engagers looking for value. If you hit with the with anything, yeah, that's it. Or finally, but there's nobody there to clean up on it. So after a really good start here on Well, so I mean, if you're looking for, you know, where to change up, I think you got to press Q a little bit sooner from Yardiel. But short of phenomenal coming in from Tizzy as well. First capture. The aggression coming in, and Tizzy picks up 2 in this fight. The downpour comes out from Tizzy, and well, didn't find much on that, but Burt did find something with a grenade. Little bit worse for wear. Touch, I don't think so. There is, they do proc up overtime, but that's going to do it. 2-0 here in Ilios. That was pretty impressive coming from them. From Tizzy and company. Burt was on one today. Just had all the angles, had the tracking down. Well, I say that as he missed 3 shots there, but hey,